time to fill up those 2 hours. You're not twiddling your thumbs, right? So you go in there, you got the task, you created the task, the system is now gonna tell you when to touch them. Shantae has a whole, she does follow-up boss and some other things. I don't pay for that, but if you do, there's a period there now, I need to, and it just distracts me. And then I got somebody walking in my office trying to say, please tell the people.
I will go to Sherelle's office, and if I see Sherelle on that phone, I turn around and walk right back out, because I know she needs generating.
Or I will tell her, hey, just give me 30 more minutes.
Yeah.
I'm almost done, give me 30 more minutes. It's that important to me. Why? Faith, family, and true friendship. I can't live out those watchwords if I ain't getting no money. I can't break. I'm gonna do that regardless, money or not, right? But somebody gotta eat. You and whoever means the world to you. You can't treat people like true friends if you don't got none. You need the pipeline. You need the pipeline. So lead follow-up. You are spending 30 minutes following up on every lead. Text, call, email. You don't have to do them all at that one time. For me, because I like I said, I'm gonna say it over and over because I'm talking about me. I am not a salesperson. They're true friends, and I'm visualizing them as true friends, so now I'm just checking in on a friend. Teddy's a true client. He needed to sell his house in Hawaii. He's military. I'm really talking about a person in my pipeline. So the first time I'm gonna call Teddy, he didn't answer, I'm gonna leave him a voicemail. That's it, I'm done. I'm gonna update my tasks, I'm gonna update his notes, call to check in or to reconnect. I don't like the word check in. Call to reconnect, went to voicemail, left a message, and I'm done. I move on to the next person. Okay, next person. Oh, I called them last month, or last quarter, or last 2 weeks ago, or last week, based on a letter, remember? So A, if they're 0 to 3 months, I'm touching them every week. I didn't tell y'all that, I'm sorry. 6 to 12 months, those B's, I'm touching every 2 weeks. No, that's 3 to 6 months, every 2 weeks B's. C's is every month, and then quarters is every quarter. Every quarter from the last day I talked to them. So it doesn't have to be you making a ton of phone calls in the first of the month and you just exhausted. Whenever it is the last time you talk to them, move it 2 weeks, move it 1 week, move it 30 days. There's systems that will do it for you. So if I call and left the voicemail one time, the next time I reach out to them, I'm gonna text. Hey Teddy, it's Sherelle. Just wanted to follow up with you. I called you and left a voicemail on this date. Just checking in, how's the family? How's work? Have you settled in? Let me know if you need anything from me. The next time I touch them, it's gonna be what? So in that order. If they don't have an email on file, you don't have their email, you just have their phone number, then you're gonna text, call, text, call, text, call. Whatever works for you, do that. But don't feel like you have to do it the same way every time, and you have to stress yourself out behind it and over-inundate yourself with thinking you have to do all of this in one day. Spread it out over the 5 days. That's lead follow-up. Okay, this is my Mondays now. I'm only gonna go for Monday. After that, I'm gonna block it off for lunch. 30 minutes. I'm gonna give myself 30 minutes. What do I do at lunch? Probably not eat, or he'll go get me something to eat, or I'll pay for it, you go get it, yeah. Right? Or that's right. Or I just go walk around the office, eat candy from the director of first impressions office. But whatever that is, I gave myself permission to take a break. One of the things I didn't mention is during my lead generation time, I put my phone on do not disturb. Because I'm truly lead generating. And if I have a client that calls me and says, hey, I want to go look at the house at 9 o'clock on Monday, you got time? No, I got a client. I'll be free at 11:30. I have a meeting. That meeting is with me. And I say that every time, because every Monday through Friday, lead gen is on my calendar from 9 o'clock to 11. Do I slip? Yes. Will we? Yes. But if I go back over that week when I'm done, how many times did I do it? That's called consistency. All right, so took lunch break. We on Mondays, and just only on Mondays do I do this. So we did lead gen till 11. We lead file from 11 to 12. I did lunch to 12, from 12 to 12:30. sometimes I have just an empty space right there, and I start at 1. That's the military me, I have to start at even numbers, I don't know why. Or I just got OCD, it's one of the two. Or both. A good combination, a healthy mix.
No shame.
Thank you.
Organization, that's right.
So from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Somebody tell me what I might be doing during that time.
Showing homes, replying back to your emails.
Setting up your database. I didn't see your calendar,
Handling
so I don't know.
addendums,
So,
all the stuff in your code.
on my calendar, it is color-coded green, because green means money, right? And it's called CEO time.
Okay.
And it says non-negotiable next to it. That's my calendar name. CEO time, non-negotiable, because I have to remind myself that that time is non-negotiable. So what do I do during that time? We make money, we spend money, I'm balancing my books. I'm in QuickBooks, I'm in Wave, should I tell you something about Wave? I am reconciling my expenses from the week before. I'm tracking my miles, I use Miles IQ. I'm going in on your phone, I'm going in and I'm swiping left or swiping right. It's not a dating app, it's Miles IQ. And I swipe on whether it's personal or business. But during that CEO time, I'm making sure my emails are cleaned up, because what do CEOs do?
Check emails and go to meetings.
Yeah, but how do they manage their money? They make sure that their bookkeeping is doing the right thing, they make sure the people that they hired to do the work is doing what they should be doing. So I'm sure CEOs plan time to manage their business, but we don't really do a good job at that.
No.
Right? So, CEO time from 1 to 3, that's what I'm doing.
And that's only on Mondays, right?
Only on Mondays. Only on Mondays do I have CEO time. And I hate it every Monday it comes. I'm like, dang, I gotta manage, I gotta look at all these expenses that I spent. But I do. So that's what I do during that time. CEO time. So however your business looks for you, go in and look at your business. Make sure it remains healthy. Do the hard things, because then it won't pile up, and when you bring to send your documents to your tax person, you have all the stuff you need. You have your receipts, you have your accounting, your profit and loss, you have all of that, and you know it's up to date because you check it weekly. Okay, so CEO time, that's 1 to 3 o'clock. Now, if I get done before that, then I'll throw some other stuff in there, but usually I'm not done before that. At 3 o'clock, I am servicing my clients.
Okay.
So, like I said, sometimes I do have more time to do that, but on Mondays it's really tight. So the rest of the week I have more time blocks. It may be 2 o'clock that I'm doing, 2 to 4, that I'm doing client servicing. Okay, so I dedicate time to service my clients. I dedicate time to look over repair addendums. I dedicate time to schedule inspections. I dedicate time to service my clients in any way. Even if that means my client called and left a voicemail, I dedicated time to respond to them during that time. The rest of the week, they may be at different times, right? So, quick synopsis before I end my day on Mondays. The other days of the week, I have blocks for buyer and listing consults. I have 1 block a week for business-to-business consults. I'm gonna meet with an estate attorney, I'm gonna meet with a lender, I'm gonna meet with somebody that's also in business that wants my time. Even if they don't, so I don't have that, it's blocked off of that. So if I don't have anybody to talk to, I'm gonna do client servicing. I may do some more lead follow-up, right? But I'm blocking off the time to meet with someone if they come about. That means if I get a call or we meet somebody in networking, I'm like, oh, you know what, yeah, my calendar, I got Wednesday at 2 o'clock available, you free? Oh, no, I can't do it. Okay, next week, Wednesday at this time, I'm free. I'll push it all the way till I have availability, because you're gonna meet my time, because I'm the CEO of my business. Right, so you're gonna fit into my time.
So you never deviate away from that, so,
Yes.
well, I mean, I know you're very,
No, but I do deviate from it.
if somebody, like, calls you, like, if it's an emergency,
What's an emergency?
What emergency do we have to take?
Sure, when I answer that phone, I have
So-
to.
no, I really wanna know.
If my son has an emergency, or my husband has an emergency, and my mother has an emergency, I get the text to say sunshine, for my mother, it's an emergency, right? But faith, family, in that order. There is nothing that's an emergency unless it's closing day. However, if you've done the things that you should have been doing, you would be kept the rest of that So there are no emergencies in real estate.
There's surprises.
Correct. But, like, to answer your question, do I deviate? Yes. Have I? Yes. Let me tell you when I deviate. The most recent time I deviated. I have a client who's in a political position, and they had the inspections. That's a VIP client. They are tagged in my database as VIP. That means that they say, hey, Sherelle, so how does the inspections go? Oh, don't worry about it, I'll be there with you. It's at 8:30, because I scheduled it. Guess what I'm gonna be at 8:30?
There.
On the Monday,
On Monday.
both of them?
So,
It's not breaking the rules.
Exactly.
It's adjusting from your standard to meet the current need, not creating a new bad habit.
you are the CEO of your business. That means you create them and you break them.
You just don't make
Who gonna
it,
check?
you don't make it a consistent
Yes,
deviation.
you don't make it a consistent deviation. And by you creating those consistencies across your calendar, you are teaching people how to treat you.
Say that.
Boundaries,
Because that is the
respect.
truth.
You teach them, they'll say, I've gotten voicemails. If anybody calls me right now, you should call just to listen to my voicemail. They text me, what you think about it? Hey, this is Sherelle Washington Bell with the Bell Elite Group. I will return your call at 4 o'clock. I'll do all my calls back at 4 o'clock and blah, 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 something along those lines. I've had people that say, hey, Sherelle, it's not 4 o'clock yet, but, da, da, da," and I had to smile to myself, because I forgot what it said. I forgot what it said. But I'm telling you that you can do it, and your business will see the results of it.
And your clients will not run from you.
They won't.
They will not.
They won't. I took a vacation last week. Where was I?
Miami,
I was loving it, but what did I do before I left?
Prepped everybody. and
I did. I said the
It's
personal.
organized, and they wanna be around someone who's, or deal with someone.
Well, not
who's
only that,
organized.
but your clients and customers have no problems telling you no when you ask them something. So you flip that script back on, you need them to sign something, and they say, I'm at the Chris Brown concert. Cool, not a problem. So when you call me at 8 o'clock at night, I'm asleep. You get a text at 6 o'clock, whether you like it or not, because that's when I chose to respond.
That's right.
You'll be all right.
That's exactly right. And so what I created is what works for me, right? I'm not telling you this because you have to do what I did. Do what works for you and create a system that supports that, because it's your business. And who are you?
The CEO.
Yes. So at the end of my day ends at 4 o'clock. Does it always end at 4 o'clock?
No.
But it does. Consistently, it ends at 4 o'clock. Are you videotaping me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So my day ends at 4 o'clock. At 4 o'clock, I'm doing my daily closeout. That's what I call it. So I go into a system that I use, started off with a planner. It literally, I don't have it. It literally had how many conversations I had a day, how many people added to my database, and I would tick it off. Every call, every conversation, every DM. If it was a conversation that was two-way, I ticked it off. My goal is 47 conversations a day. To this day, my goal is 47 conversations a day. Because if I have 238 conversations a week, I'll make $300,000 a month. That's the math. Have I reached that? No, but that's the goal. And so every day I'm gonna work towards that. I'm working towards that every day. Because if I do the activities, the systems that I created, I can get there. So at 4 o'clock every day, I stop and I write everything down. I go through my phone, how many calls did I make, how many text messages did I send, how many, because while I'm doing it, I'm not trying to keep track, I'm just doing it,
Yeah.
right? So at the end of the day, at 4 o'clock, it should only take me 30 minutes to log all of these. Did I put anybody under contract? Did I sign a listing agreement? Did I get a buyer's agreement? I'm doing all those things at 4 o'clock. 4:30 I end and I go home. Because my family told me that they were coming second to real estate. That hurt my heart all the way. Because I spent 20 years in the military. Like, the sacrifice was real,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So now here I am excited about real estate, dove head into doing the work, and now I'm eating, breathing, sleeping real estate. And my family's like, dang, we second? So now at 4:30, I'm leaving, cause I may wanna cook dinner that night, or I may just wanna go dinner with my husband, or I may just not. I just wanna stop.
Yeah.
I go home, then I started getting on my computer. Something gotta give.
Yeah.
But what I do now is at 6:30, we get no more phone calls. I'm not answering any phone calls. I have 2 phones now. Some people don't like it. I tried one, it didn't really work for me. 6:30, I put my phone on the charger in the office. I make sure my TC don't need nothing, my admin don't need nothing, and I set it on the charger. And I will get back to it after Pilates
That's
in
right.
the morning. Right? That's what I do. It works for me. And I don't feel guilty about it. At first I did. I don't feel guilty about it. So the rest of the week looks a little bit different. The concrete items, Legion, my morning call, James Shaw, whoever it is, I have a coach's call with my coach on Tuesdays, that's locked in. My lead follow-up and my client services, those all look the same. I put in business-to-business consults, I create a time on my calendar for, lead buyer and listing appointments, so that way they don't sneak up on me. And then I don't stop what I'm doing because I'm gonna miss a client. I create a questionnaire.
How do you handle the clients that say I can only look at homes between 5 and 7, or between 4 and 7?
I hired a showing agent.
Okay.
So I started out trying to meet everybody's needs and realized that they still needed to be met. They just didn't align with the systems and structure that I put in place. So I do pay a showing agent. Some people charge by the door, right? $35 to open doors. And then I found trust in one particular showing agent. I wrote up a contract and was like, hey, we got 3 categories. If the price point is between this and this, I'll pay you at closing this amount. Between this and this, I'll pay you at closing that amount. And we've been doing business amazingly since then. And so she fills in the gap for me.
Because your showing person is important, because they can make or break that deal for you, so you just can't just.
Give it to anybody. So she did a couple, and then after she did a couple, I started to see some trends I didn't really care for. And then I asked her to come out with me to a couple. And then I taught her what I wanted.
Okay.
And we did that live with a client, like a couple times. And so once I got comfortable with that, because like I told you, I grew in a way I didn't expect, and that growth needed leverage. And so I had to be okay, but that's where the contract came in, and I had to show her, here's what works for me. Here's what I expect. Like we see, you show 10 homes and we ain't on the contract yet? I start twitching. Because I know the type of service I wanna give to my clients, or the pace that I wanna move at. You got to be able to meet me there. And it's okay if you can't, I'll find somebody else. Because I'm the CEO of my business. You got a question?
Well, I was gonna add, I wanted to add since the other young lady had spoke, but hello, room. Sorry, I'm late.
Let me tell us who you are.
I'm a business partner. So I'm a school owner and mentor in the community, and me and Miss Alicia has decided to partner because she believes in sowing into, mentorship and nonprofits. So we actually have partnered in this season. Dynamic Barber Institute is my barber school. We're right up the street, about a mile or so, which is why I'm coming down here today. And I wanted to add the mindset of money and money like movements. I just brought my planner in, like, dang, I don't need my planner, but you exactly, and you can.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just here learning, always, being in a receptive place. But we gotta understand that discipline. I'm just catching what I caught in from you, like military discipline, time management, and things like that. And not people pleasing, but still hearing the people that we're doing what we're doing for, right? And knowing that whatever is for us, it's going to come to us. But money likes movement. That's kind of what I was getting out of what you were sharing. And if we're not organized and don't know how to leverage or get stuck at the problem, that is always going to be something that needs to be course corrected. But immediately you like, oh, I got a solution for that. I hired this person. Then I trained the person that I hired because I noticed a thing. But we like to be in business or say we're in business, but we're just being busy and not productive, and that's not good. It may look good on social media, it may look good, but it may be affecting us the most and our loved ones, because they're like, well, you're busy, but what is being productive? Because we still need you, and then we need us too. But that's just some of what I had got out of it, and I want to just appreciate that and just let the room know, like, money needs a place to go. It needs movement, and I think sometimes I'm an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur for a while before I even knew I was an entrepreneur, and we lack the discipline that can be created from corporate America or going into the military and things like that. But if we apply that structure, we will see, the results that we are desiring.
And I appreciate that.
Thank you.
I'm gonna hold my thought, cause I want you to say what you want to say.
I asked you the wrong question.
What? Okay.
I asked you if you deviated away from that system,
Okay.
because I like your system,
Okay.
right? And I'm thinking of, as you're saying everything you're doing, and I'm thinking, what I wanted to say is, what do you do with the phone calls? You know all these zillions of phone calls we get during the day? What do you never, like, take those calls during the day?
No, I only don't take the calls during my lead gen time.
Okay,
Monday.
So lead follow-up, I may get a call, I'm gonna answer.
okay.
CEO time, I may get a phone call, I'll answer. I'll stop and I have like a little notepad and I'll take my notes while we're talking. But yeah. The only time that I'm not taking phone calls is during my lead gen time.
Okay, all right, that's why I was like, you don't never deviate? I'm trying to wrap my head around.
Yeah, but I have some people that I speak to that are very long-winded, like clients, and because they feel like we're true friends. And when I see them call, while they talking, hey, how you doing? I put on my timer. And in 10 minutes, or based on what I'm working on currently, I'm gonna say, hey, I got another call, can I give you a call back? And I hang up. I do it now more than ever, actually. So, I'm really glad you asked that, and I'm really glad you said what you said, because it leads me into my next point, which I'm gonna really wrap it up.
I added 3 more minutes, so take your time, and I expect all y'all to eat this food.
Is now that you got the Legion, kind of wrote some notes down and things like that, you gotta protect it. You have to protect it, right? So, people make time, who knows what I'm saying?
What they want, and who they want.
Or what's important to them. People make time for what's important to them. If you skip out on dinner with a loved one or with a friend or with an associate, it's probably because you didn't think it was important enough to attend. So if you don't make the time for your business, it's probably because it's not important to you. Or you have another stream of income, or it's maybe your secondary. But make time for what's important to you. And protect it, protect it. The last thing I'm gonna talk about is preparing for it. So we talked about what my day looks like, how I do stuff on my calendar and all the things. How do I prepare for it? I don't show up on Monday morning, it's just magically in my calendar. I don't. So I'm gonna tell y'all something that I do, one of my, things, cause I try to open houses, I don't like it, I don't do it. Okay. And I want to spend the weekends with my family, so I don't do it. But I do send out letters. I send letters, I farm. Y'all know what that is. I farm to a neighborhood, to several neighborhoods, and so I'll do that. I prepare for that, right? Prepare for your week. That means, for me, what that means. What it means to you is different, right? So on Sundays, at 3 o'clock, go to church, brunch, lay on the couch, fall asleep, because I don't cook on Sunday. And then I prepare for the week. I open my planner, I create the spaces for where I'm gonna make my notes for the week. I manually write who I'm calling during my week follow-up. Put it in my calendar, who I wanna call, so when I click on my calendar, it's there. On my lead gen time, 30 minutes, it says, I wish I could show you, but I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna email it if y'all wanna see it. 30 minutes, 1051, 30 minutes, DTD2, 60 minutes, LinkedIn. I actually physically put those things in there. Every day, it's on there from my calendar. And then on Fridays, I have another block, another 3-hour block, just like my CEO time. It's called my planning session. And what that does is my admin has to give me a report every week on everything she did. If you have an admin, have them send you a report, what they did. My TC has to send me, my transaction coordinator, he updates me every week on the statuses of all my contracts.
Yeah.
So, on Fridays, what that planning time looks like is making sure that I understand where we are with each of my files. For you, you may actually be the one doing the work, but I have a block on Fridays to do that. And then on Sundays, I build out my week. It usually it takes me about 2 hours, but I build out my week on Sundays. It may be on Fridays for you, but if it's your business and you wanna see success in it, and you wanna see the money associated with it, because if your system's out of order, what is?
You.
Your money will be out of order. What do I mean by that? You might have a great month, you might have a really bad month, and then you might have a couple fall out, because there was something that was out of order. That's where your money starts to get out of order. So your system's gotta be in place so that your money stays consistent. All right, any questions before matter of fact, no, I'm gonna say one thing before I end. All right, so y'all wrote down a couple things today, right? I hope everybody got something out of this. We did. Think about one thing that resonated with you today, even if it's not something that I physically talked about, but it resonated with you in another part of your business, that you're like, man, I need to do that. Whatever that one thing is, write it down and circle it on your piece of paper right now. Even if it wasn't something that I said, but it's something that resonated with you about your business, that you're like, you know what, I've been looking on the side, and I need to refocus my energy on this thing. Whatever that is, write it down and put a circle around it.
Say it again, I was trying to get the paper down.
It's okay. The one thing that resonated with you today, whatever that one thing was, and circle it. Now, the last thing I'm gonna leave with you. Master it. That means everything you heard me say today, probably a lot. You probably might say, I wanna do X, Y, Z, A, B, C, all the things. Figure out the one thing that you can build on and master that thing. Then take everything else in small bites, but master it. Because the success came today with your business being able to hold it. All right, my last thing is my plug, right? So I wrote order before outcome. I took my notes when I started real estate, and I wrote a book, and I reference it. I go back to it. I have a book that I wrote inside the cover of the book to myself. I signed it to myself, my first copy that I ordered once it published. It's a 12-week playbook. Everything I talked about, what I talked about today was the first 3 weeks. Everything else is in here. If you bought it, please let me know you bought it so we can sign it for you. But if you would like to buy it, the QR code is right up here. It's $20 for a signed copy. You can also get it on Amazon. I think it's $17.99. But thank you all. Alicia, thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Any last minute Q? Yes.
I do.
Okay.
So, I'm military, I'm ex-military.
Okay.
So I felt
All of the
everything you
things.
said about your son. My son was raised by my mom.
Yes.
And you feel guilty about that, and so.
Until they start acting up.
Yeah.
And then I don't feel guilty no more. I just slap them.
Yeah.
Right.
But I am not an agent yet,
But
but
you
I
will be.
took my test, I failed it by 7 points, so I have to go back and take it again.
Okay.
But I'm also a life insurance agent. And there were so many things that